Fear of ICE and deportation continues to permeate throughout Little Village. Compared to this time last year, some businesses say they are experiencing a 50 to 60% loss of business since President Trump took office almost 2 weeks ago.
50 to 60% is dramatic. You can't keep your workforce in place if you have that kind of a loss. So I do not rule out the possibility of helping these businesses. They're an important part of our future.
Illinois Senator Dick Durbin joined Latino lawmakers and community leaders at Nuevo Leon restaurant to urge legal residents outside of Little Village to eat and shop here.
That is the best thing that we can do right now is count on those who have the ability to come here safely and support us.
Senator Durbin and other Illinois lawmakers return home after a chaotic week in Washington, one that started with a Trump executive order to freeze all federal spending until it was rescinded the next day. Even Republicans were not on board.
The way they went about it was probably not the best approach. I think they realized there were real ramifications.
But with a $36 trillion deficit, Republicans do support cutting federal spending. The flurry of White House executive orders continued at a fast pace all week. Today, the Trump administration announced tariffs against China, Mexico, and Canada.
That means a lot of products that we take for granted are going to be very expensive. That's not going to help us in inflation in this country.
Durbin says while the amount of executive orders has made his head spin, he says President Trump's take on the Reagan National Airport plane crash yesterday was over the top. Trump blamed the crash on Democrats and diversity, equity, and inclusion programs.
How insensitive can you be while these poor families are mourning the loss of someone they love? Indelicate, insensitive, and typical of him.
Illinois Republican Congressman Darren LaHood was not surprised.
President Trump is blunt in the way that he goes about these things. He's opinionated. I think, again, that's kind of the campaign he ran. People are used to that.
From ICE raids to executive orders, Durbin was asked if President Trump's chaotic start will affect the senator's timeline on when he will announce if he's running for re-election. Durbin laughed and said he will announce it in due time. His term is up next year.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.